Hi, my name is Grant Schmidt. I'm with Shot Tech LLC. We're a mobile firearms and self-defense and community defense simulation training service. We come to you, we do Zoom, we do in-house, in-business, in-house of worship training to accomplish your goals. So today I'm reviewing the Vertex Commuter Sling bag. It's rather an unpacking. We're going to see if we can do it really quick in 5 minutes. It's going to give you an idea of the features of the bag, how I use them. You'll get some quick tips and tricks with the bag. For the Vertex Commuter Sling, you'll see how it works. If you want the specs, you can go to the website and things like that, but I will demonstrate to you how I set it up for success. So first off, I'll start from the top and sort of work my way towards the back of the bag. First thing you'll notice is there's a Stop the Bleed patch on there. It's by North American Rescue. It comes on their Stop the Bleed kit. What I've done is I've deconstructed the kit and put the contents inside. That patch is going to let anybody know who sees this bag that inside is a Stop the Bleed kit, so that if I get injured and I'm hemorrhaging or someone else is, we all know that there are contents in this bag that could save someone's life. So this bag is set up as an EDC bag, EDC, hiking, biking, home defense, everyday carry, off-body concealed carry, active shooter kit, you name it. Very modular, multi-purpose bag, and I sort of set up for whatever I need it to. Big thing is, if it's an active shooter kind of bag, I'm going to throw some ear pro on there. If it's home defense, especially ear pro on there. Normally that's off. So the patch, what that does is that's also going to keep this quick pull tab retained in a spot where I need it, and it's consistent, so as I bring that bag in front of me to get access to the concealed carry portion of the bag, this is always going to be consistent. There is a spot here for that, but oftentimes it falls out and ends up doing this. I don't mind the noise because it lets me know that this is sort of flopping around. When it's secured here, there is no noise. I also tuck the other zipper in so that it reduces the noise. I do the same for up here, and that's where I'm going to keep my other zipper. I keep it here so I don't confuse the two. If both zippers were here, there's a chance I could pull it in front of me, grab the wrong zipper, and get access to my everyday carry portion of the bag and not the concealed carry portion of the bag. So that's a quick tip. Other quick pull tab is on the front. This is a gusseted portion, so you can really stack this portion of the bag full with all kinds of stuff. Zippers on both sides, they do go all the way to the top to where this flap keeps water from sort of seeping in. Quick pull. What we have here is the Wilderness Tactical ankle bracelet. And by the way, this is going to be a quick run through. I'm not going to explain each portion of the kit. We're going to see if we can do this in 5 minutes because I was asked to do this review. Wilderness Tactical ankle cuff. I use it to hold a lot of medical gear. It's really fantastic. What I like about using this kind of setup is I can gain access to it like that. I can open it up and spread it out in front of somebody who needs aid or myself, and that way I can see all the contents and it's very accessible. So going through the contents, Israeli bandage, or it's camouflage. You can wrap it around somebody. Good stuff there. I'm not trying not to explain each portion. Cat tourniquet, very useful. North American Rescue compressed gauze. And then here, forceps, because they're always useful. This I also typically keep in the bag. It's just a finger cuff. Moving on, seatbelt cutter or clothing cutter, moist towelette. I keep the seatbelt cutter and its pull cord attached to a little carabiner. That way, if I cut through one seatbelt, it's still going to be attached to the bag. Likewise, I can take it off and attach it to a belt loop. Everything in the bag is designed that I can either have it be something that someone else can borrow, it's accessible when I need it, but I also can sort of break down some of the components and put it directly on my body, this being one of them. So quick, useful, and I'm not going to lose it. The problem is if you cut one seatbelt and then you realize you have to come around to the other side of the car and cut clothing or something like this, you don't want to lose this and then have to start looking for it. And then The Wilderness Tactical Made in the USA ankle bracelet. You can also use the male portion of the ankle bracelet and attach it to the Velcro inside the bag. So Velcro here, it's Molly. This portion of the bag, not so big enough that you can use for like large, thick Molly Kedora, pouches, but there is a lot that you can put in there. Handcuff pouch I use to carry blue gloves because they show blood for sweeps, and I put that in there using a Molly, like universal Molly clip. A lot of the stuff that I put in here, pouches and stuff, is stuff that I had by chance, and then I'm just making use of it and finding a place for it. I don't like to buy a ton of sweet, cool Instagrammable gear if I can make use of something I already have. Moving our way to the everyday carry pocket. Some of these stuff are redundant. Why? Because if I can make an asset of somebody else by giving them some simple tools, that's really awesome, and then I don't have to worry about giving away my most quality tools, the things that I really depend on. So, backup flashlight, it's a simple Coast one, uses AA's. This is my go-to flashlight. It's a Streamlight ProTac 2 AA, had this for many years. Excellent flashlight, made in Eagleville, PA, excellent customer service, great quality, similar price point too. Also uses AA's. Why is my sort of on-body flashlight in here? Because at night I take everything out of any pockets, pants, things like that, and I'm putting them in this bag. Cell phone, wallet, keys, I'm putting them in this bag. That way, if I have to leave the house at a moment's notice, say for a fire, I have the things I need to, cell phone, wallet, keys, and all the other things that are going to help me, and I can just grab it and go. Hat clip, light, has all the different modes and such. Multi-tool, these pockets are pretty deep, and they're also kind of loose, so things like multi-tool can easily get lost, and then they come out of the pockets. So I'll typically overload a pocket like this so that way it has more retention. Gross DIY pull cord there because the pockets are kind of deep. Backup knife, and this is what I'm going to let someone borrow instead of my nice knife. Pen, and then we have a sort of a travel pouch that are going to keep sort of the miscellaneous items organized. So those miscellaneous items are Ziploc baggies, pocket constitution, battery bank for phone, tissues, hand sanitizer. This one's nice because it's really flat. Don't know where I got it. I think I got it at a gas station. 2 backup AA batteries. Bic lighter with a 3D printed sleeve so the button doesn't get pressed. And then a headset with microphones so that you too can do Jack Bauer. Little hair clips so that I can back up for retaining my yarmulke because I wear a keep up. This strap here I use for retaining a poncho. This poncho is by Clever Hood. It's really great. It's specifically designed for biking, and I really like it, but it's also very compact, very thin, very useful, and it comes with these elastics so that you can keep it close to your body, and also I use it to keep it tight and folded. So I retain that here. Backup gloves, I fold them into each other like socks, and then I create the Velcro loop by closing the Velcro, and then I run this strap through the gloves. I hate losing gloves. I hate having one and then missing the other, so that's what I do to keep it retained. It's so I always need it. I rarely need it, so it stays at the bottom, and then when I need it, I can bring it to the top. I can either undo the Velcro, or I can undo the clip, run the clip through, and then voila, I have access to my gloves. Travel book, because there's a lot of standing in line during the pandemic, so it's nice to have like a small book. Pens. Typically I keep a Sharpie and a bobby pen in here as well. This also fits glow sticks, things that you can use to mark certain things. I carry a number of pens because it's the most common thing that people ask to borrow, and a gentleman should always have a nice pen on them. The reason for the funky pen is because if someone's going to borrow a pen, this is the pen that they're going to get, because that way there's no question that they got it from me. Same thing with Sharpies. I usually do colored Sharpies as opposed to just black Sharpies. That way if I lend it out, obviously someone's going to know that they didn't bring the purple Sharpie with them. This is made by Zulani Gear, also made in America. Excellent company. They just make simple woven things like that. This is female, basically female Velcro, so male Velcro is going to stick to it. So you can create additional organizer pouches in there. In here is a foam, just to keep everything nice and sturdy. And that's about that for this everyday carry pocket. I keep the zipper oriented up here. I fold the one zipper inside the other. That way everything's retained when I need it. Inside here, I keep a Linsata compass. This pouch, it's kind of narrow. It's also very deep. You have a lanyard for keys, but the lanyard's not very long. So when I do put keys on here, I'm either taking it off, which can be kind of cumbersome, or I'm double lanyarding the keys. So that way I can pull the keys out, unlock the door, lock the door, and then put the keys back in. But this being the length that it is, not a lot of area to work with. And then in here, it's kind of deep and things can get easily lost in there. So I'll put only like a big bulky item that I rarely use in there. Okay, now for the kind of pocket everyone's all been waiting for is the concealed carry pocket. This is about all I need to do to gain access to the firearm, but I'm going to open it up all the way so that way you can readily see what's inside. So here I have the Filster holster for a Glock 19 with a Streamlight TLR1. It has the wing on it with a medium attachment, and here we have a Maxpedition universal kind of firearm holder slash holster holder for off-body carry in such bags. Uses Velcro. I've used a roll of Velcro, just standard Velcro in a roll, to extend this holster so that it fits the appendix holster with wing for Glock 19 with TLR1. And these are just sort of, I don't even know what brand these are, mag pouches. They've had the Velcro tops of them cut off, and they're retaining the magazines via elastic. These are Molly pouches. I've done the same thing that I did with this guy here, which is I take Velcro, I cut it to size, I run it through the Molly, and then that's how I'm able to attach Molly to this this female Velcro portion here, which doesn't feel like Velcro, but it works with Velcro. So it's very effective, very space efficient. I carry 2 backup spare Glock 17 magazines and 1 Glock 19 spare magazine. Reason for that being is if I have to reload the gun and then reconceal the gun, 17 rounder is going to be more difficult to conceal. It's going to print more. So that's why I carry both Glock 19s and Glock 17 spare magazines. I don't normally carry 3 magazines, but if it's an active shooter bag, that kind of thing, or if I'm heading in to do security work, it's a great bag to carry that stuff on you. So just kind of for demonstration purposes, you can carry a lot of firepower in such a bag. So I'm going to take this out. So Glock 19 TLR1 by Streamlight, stock Glock, and then holster. So about this holster, it's made by Filster. Guy used to be located in Philadelphia. He's still making these holsters. They're awesome. The reason I use a holster and not just this guy is because I do believe in having positive retention of a firearm. Quality holster. I often wear this on body. It's nice to be able to transition between on and off body. And I can do appendix or I can do strong side. I typically do carry strong side, but with everything being on the bag, I can be in my underwear with a t-shirt and run out of the house, and I have everything I need, no matter what. I can work with whatever's in this bag. And then the holster is, it's quality. It actually retains the firearm properly. And with this kind of thing, you could use the zipper to retain the firearm in a way. So you could use this to occlude the trigger guard and then use the zipper to retain the firearm, but you just got to have a quality holster. That way you have full retention even if the bag is lopsided. When you undo that concealed carry quick release zipper, the gun's never just going to fall out. So that's everything in this bag. This is what it looks like with nothing in it. It's very thin. Going to the back, you have padding. It's really nice. Vertex logo. I like that they put it this way. It's not overtly screaming, "Hey, look at me! You know, I'm concealed carrying." That would be counterproductive. You have the sling strap. Maybe you could do it so that it's working over here, but actually, no, you can't. So it is going to be for right-handed only. And then, at least this is the 1.0. And then I keep the third point tucked away in here. And that way it's out of reach. And then if I'm biking, I can pull it out and attach it there. But of course, to bring the bag in front of me, I would have to undo this and then swing the bag in front of me, then get access to the concealed carry portion of the bag. It is super hot in here. So that's basically the review and unpacking of a very, very multi-purpose bag and how I set it up, tips and tricks. If you have comments, questions, things like that, let me know. We're Shot Tech. We do training for any and all kinds of defense, community defense, self-defense, you name it. We're a mobile simulation training service, and we come to you. Thanks so much. Let me know what you think.